Kevin, some different matchups in this game. You're guarding Holiday. You got Mirotic guarding you. Right, straight ahead here. What were those matchups like for you? What was especially maybe guarding, knowing you're going to get Holiday to start the game?
Man, it's just about playing hard every possession. Just knowing when to help, when not to help, and you played in this league. I played in this league for so long, so I done seen so many different players, and played against both of those guys plenty of times. So just knowing what the game plan is stay solid and use my length as much as possible on defense, and on offense, just be aggressive.
Kevin, early second quarter, they pulled into a tie, and then you guys called the timeout and came out and kind of rumped them. What described just the feeling of that run you guys had that kind of took them out of the game that second quarter?
Well, Loon blocked that shot, blocked Rondo's shot, and that kind of got us going. He played great tonight. And I think that was the turning point for us when he got that shot at the rim, and that just gave us some energy and got our crowd into it as well. And we was able to string together some stops and get out and run. So this team is dynamic on the offensive end, the Pelicans, and so we know we have to be on point every possession if we want to win. I thought Loon did a great job of helping Draymond after he got beat off the dribble, and meeting him at the rim, and him and Draymond did a great job on the glass, and just guarding. Draymond was guarding everybody. Loon was, doing a good job of switching and talking. So we're gonna need that going forward. But I think that's what helped us on that run was that block.
How were you guys able to just dominate that second quarter, scoring the 41 points?
We just got stops. We slowed down a bit. I mean, they got loose in transition a couple times early on. Etuan Moore, really great cutter. Got a couple easy shots in transition. AD hit some tough shots early on as well. So we just gotta stay, disciplined and don't get discouraged when they make those shots, and get back on defense as quick as possible.
Kevin, how much do some of the hustle plays, Draymond flying out of bounds to try to save a ball? I mean, how much do those lead to the stops and the defense keying the transition game?
Well, Draymond's key, his energy and his intensity is key for us, and it definitely helps us when we're at home as well because the fans know who Draymond is, and they're looking for that every time down from him. And once he does it, you can just hear the crowd just roaring, and it's like almost like when Steph get a wide open three, the crowd you hear the crowd about to explode. The same thing happens when Draymond, hustles out of bounds, get a block, does a great job and get a steal. The crowd enjoys that, and I think we feed off our crowd. And he was great tonight.
You kind of just referenced this talking about Steph, but when you see Clay hit back-to-back threes and the crowd gets so excited, just being on the court and feeling that excitement, and what's that like?
Well, it's definitely fun. When you got so many people that come and watch a game and enjoy basketball as much as you do. For me, that's what I get excited about, just seeing people that enjoy it and enjoy, things, skill things like a jump shot and, back cut or a hustle play. It makes me just happy that so many fans enjoy seeing that. But as a player, it's just like hopefully he makes a shot and we all get back on defense and get a stop again. So I'm all about, get a stop, get a score, try to get another stop, and then that's how we kind of build leads. And, that's what I think about as a player. But just as a fan of the game, you just enjoy, excuse me, you enjoy so many people that love what you love. It's pretty amazing.
Kevin, what was your reaction when you saw what your starting lineup was going to be? Kind of different.
No reaction at all. We trust everybody that's on our team, and Nick didn't play much last series, but Coach, trusts him, and he's a veteran, and he stays ready, and so we were excited. Like I said before, I think we could play different styles, and this team, had to switch their style up. The Pelicans had to switch their style up when their center went out with an injury early in the season, and they adjusted as well. So. For us, I felt like we got different players, versatile players that can come in and step up for us, and Nick was great for us tonight.
You can play different styles, but after 5 games against the Spurs and that kind of slog, did you feel like it was a little unshackled? Was it fun out there in that style of game tonight?
Say it again.
Did you feel a bit unshackled after 5 games against the Spurs?
I mean, you kind of know what playoff basketball is like, and you know what the Spurs are, what type of team they are. They're slow, slowed down team, so we weren't expecting a fast-paced series. But here, we know this team gets up and down, so it's just fun knowing that we can do different things out there. I mean, I think that's what everybody on our team prides themselves on, is doing multiple things out on the floor. And when you got a group of those guys, those type of guys, then you can play different ways in the series as well. So we know this team is fast-paced, and they score a lot of points, and they got guys that can go off and score 40 points. So we just got to be ready for it. But I think the San Antonio series definitely helped us out as far as, staying locked in on every possession, because they make you pay, and the same with this team as well.
Kevin, what general problems does Rajon Rondo create for you guys?
Well, he's got long arms, so he's good at getting in the passing lanes, getting steals. You see he got a nice block on Clay on a three-point shot, which is hard to do. He's crafty in the pick and roll, and he can make any pass, and he probably create different passes throughout his career. But he can make any pass. He can guard just about anybody, and he's nonstop talking out there. Communication is huge in the game, and he's talking those guys through so many actions, and so he's just a quarterback out on the floor, and a coach, and a point guard, and he just does it all for him. A rebounder, passer, shooter. So, we know he's going to be ready to play next game.
Seems like towards the end of the season that you guys were waning defensively, and it seems like now throughout the postseason that's been like the story for you guys. Do you think that it was a matter of playing for something at this point, or is it more to that?
No, it was just a matter of us just going over game plan, discipline more. Games come and go in the regular season. Guys were in and out the lineup. We were switching matchups. We were trying different things towards the end of the season. So we, right before the game, we didn't really go over too much, game plan stuff. So we were just kind of just going out there and just trying to figure it out on the defensive side of the ball. And as the game goes on, we wanted to keep everybody healthy, and you know how that stuff is. But in the playoffs, you got a couple days to prepare. You know what teams are going to bring. Tendencies, and you just try to lock in and focus on that. What type of pick and roll coverage you're going to play? How you going to guard this guy on a pin down? How you going to, stop this guy on a catch and drive? We've just talked about that stuff more than we did towards the end of the regular season, and I think that's been helping us.
Kevin, with Steph ramping it up, obviously, and maybe looking pretty good the last couple of days, any part of you sort of expect him to play tonight? And what is it to not have him and win like this, knowing that he's coming back pretty soon?
I've just been thinking about just how he feels, and mentally, and because he loves the game just as much as anybody I've ever been around, and I know he wants to play, so I just been thinking about that, just worrying about how he feels not playing. But he looks great in practice, looks great in his workouts and pregame stuff. I wasn't even thinking about, him playing, because we had a game plan already, going from the last series, transitioning to this one. But we knew he'd be getting close, after the first series. So it's excited for him to get back, just to be in a place where he enjoys the most, which is playing ball, and the other stuff, we'll figure that out. But I'm just more so excited, as his brother, that he's out there. He gets to play basketball. It's something that he loves to do. So we'll see what happens next game.